What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to our very second episode of The Art of Life. As long as the earth remains, seed time and harvest time will never cease. There will always be good seasons and bad seasons. Actually, as long as the earth is rotating, there'll always be a winter, there'll always be a summer. Now, life is made up of all these seasons combined. As long as you know that life is cyclical, you will always know that there will be good times and there'll be bad times. There'll be good seasons and bad seasons. What happens when you find yourself in a bad season, in a winter season, when you're not prepared? During the tough seasons, we can only survive based on how much we had prepared during the good seasons. But what happens if you're caught off guard? What happens if your plane comes crashing down unexpectedly? What do you do? Stay tuned to find out. Now, most of us have found themselves caught between a rock and a hard place. COVID-19 situation has caught us, most of us unprepared. Most people find themselves in a winter season and you wonder, what do you do? I have a few things that have helped me along. I'm hoping that as I share them, they're able to help you. At the end of this video, I'm going to put a trailer of a movie that actually depicts all these points that I'm talking about. I have actually seen them in that movie. I have learned a lot from movies, and I'm hoping that this movie will be a blessing to you. I am in no way endorsing or sponsoring this movie. It has not been sponsored. It's just something that I think will help you to make sure that the points sink in. Now, the first thing, if you are to come out of a season that is very dark, is to be optimistic. In other words, look up. Looking up means you should be expecting that things will get better. If you are to come out of any season, you must believe that you will come out. Faith and fear are both choices. In fact, worry and faith both apply the same technique. So you better be careful. What are you opting to choose? Are you choosing to be worried? Are you choosing to fear? Or are you believing that things will be better? So the point is to look up, look to God and believe that things will be better. Have faith. Now, someone says that the biggest hindrance to our progress and happiness in life is not the form we find ourselves in, but rather the state of mind we find ourselves in that form. That talks about your state of mind in that particular situation. In this COVID situation, how is your state of mind? Are you in a state of panic? Are you in a state of worry? Are you in a state of feeling like things are going to get worse? Because if you believe that they're going to get worse, indeed they will. And I'm not saying that they are not going to get worse. They may get worse to some people, but you have to believe that they will get better for you. And that's what we mean by looking up. Point number 2, plan for victory. Some situations will only change if we are the ones effecting change. Without a vision of where you want to be, you'll be trapped where you have always been. So plan to come out of that situation. Plan to come out of debt. Make a plan and stick to the plan. Point number 3, schedule your days. If you want to be constructive, productive in your winter season, then it is very, very imperative that you schedule your days. Because the more you're idle, the more you realize that time is flowing without you having accomplished anything. So a schedule is very, very important. But it's not just a matter of creating a schedule. You actually have to stick by your schedule. A quote I'll leave you by is, if you develop habits of success, you will make success a habit. Then we move to point number 4. Point number 4 is help others on the way. In your weekend state, you may feel like there is no way you can take on extra luggage. You can't take on extra baggage in your life. But let me tell you, the worst seasons in our lives should not change who we are. Do not change who you are just because you're going through a disaster, just because you're going through the worst of seasons. If you're going through the worst of seasons, it is not impossible for you to help out someone else along the way. Of course, I'm not telling you to become Superman or do something beyond your control. But if you can share with someone. If you can survive together with someone, survive with them. Don't change who you are based on what you're going through. Point number 5, measure your success. The best way to advance is to keep tabs on your progress and to keep on making changes. You have to keep on adjusting. So the best way to adjust is actually to find out how best have I performed? How good have I done? You cannot adjust without keeping tabs. Are we together? So measure your success. Today, what have I achieved? Reward yourself when necessary and keep on adjusting where you need to make corrections. Don't just count the passing days, but make the passing days count. Now we go on to point number 6. Be systematic. As I had mentioned before, create a plan and follow it. These disciplines brought together will help you to overcome hopeless thoughts of discouragement, thoughts of feeling like you are giving up. Because when you realize how far you have come from, then it is very, very imperative that you do not give up. That's why you encourage yourself that where you have reached and it seems like it's an end, it is just but a bend. Now these are 6 points that I have shared are points that you're able to see in this movie. I'm going to leave a trailer after this video. That trailer is a movie called Arctic. In this movie, as I was going through my darkest times, I was able to see myself and I was actually able to ask myself questions. If I was in the situation of this gentleman that had a plane crash and he was going through his winter season, what would I have done? What would you have done? So you can watch the trailer, you can watch the entire movie, and I'm hoping that as you watch the movie, you're able to relate and see how am I going to overcome in this winter season that I am in.
I have to find help. Squeeze like this, squeeze. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Don't worry. It'll be here tomorrow. Or the day after tomorrow. Don't worry. She's running out of time. I have to find help. It's okay.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have subscribed. Please subscribe. I really would appreciate if you did. I'm also hoping that you have learned a thing or two. Let me know what you have learned in the comments below, and let me also know what you think of the movie. Have you seen any of the things you have learned in the movie in the points I have shared? Let me know. Thank you.